wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
That'll be complete to Sermon. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 5 now. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw to Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 44. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Quick throw caught by Godwin. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. On play action, now Brady. Rolling to his right. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Brady. He's got this one complete to Perriman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Lance. his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lance. James has got it, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From midfield, here's Lance. The 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 21-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On the handoff, Sermon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now Brady again. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So 4th down, the Bucs trot out Bradley Pinion to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Bring it. Bring it. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25.
Now Lance going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now Lance again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
All day, just like that. Just like
Hey, Alabama.
Mike 57. You're not ready. You're not ready. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Come on, baby. Come on. Easy. Let me do.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lance giving it to Sermon now on the option. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And Lance now to throw. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And the Niners get there and bring him down. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a play fake, Brady. They'll roll him out right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable now for Woodson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a handoff. Sermon. Sermon with space, a 1st down, and then some. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now we're... And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand.
Touchdown! It's complete. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Perriman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Brady. Man open, here is Jones. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Escaping the pressure right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man has got one. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Brady now on 1st down. 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Completion left side to Miller. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll buy some time right.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll go again to Jones. They find some open field here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rolling to his right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point try now for Suckup. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
One final try now for Brady. And my goodness, another interception. picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners come up with a late turnover.